With that, gentlemen, welcome back to the Curse of Strahd. Last time on the Curse of Strahd, the party has departed from the Abbey with a warning not to return unless, and only in the scenario, and only by himself, that Tarmogen had a cure for his friend, awful fate. Well, for his friend's son and kid he basically helped raise and all that. The party has made it back to Krezk, where Archie has said his goodbyes, hoping to open a tavern in the Dower City. You remember that the Burgomaster of Krezk asked you to report back to him once you returned, but we didn't really give you a time limit on that. So your fate is your own. What would the party like to do?
I guess we should perhaps go see the Burgomeister.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, we'll head down to his place.
At the very least, he might be able to offer us accommodations for the evening.
Yeah.
I'm rather tired.
Alrighty, as the party heads towards there, you guys can hear the sonorous bell of the Abbey, indicating that a meal is to be had. The streets are fairly quiet. There's no, except for these dogs fucking going crazy. There's no sign of any immediate violence or panic in the streets, that anything seems to be out of the ordinary for them. And you make your way to the Burgomaster's place, where you can see, Onorim and Fiske, two of you are particularly perceptive, I believe, and you notice one of the children standing outside, staring at the gravestone, at the gravesite where he inhabited. As you approach. You recognize the guard at the door is the one with the missing chunk of cheek that spoke like this, and his eyes light on you, and oh, you're back. I suppose you'll be wanting an audience then.
Please, if possible.
Missed all fun last night. It was an interesting night, for that's for certain.
What happened?
Maybe, the Burgo kind of leans to you conspiratorially. There was a bit of a to-do with one of the kids, you know. They were caught stealing. When his father slapped him, kid went crazy. Attacked his own father. He's being held at the guardhouse now.
That bodes well.
I don't know what happened. Suppose being dead, didn't quite agree with the lad. Well, I'll go ahead and declare you. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Walks in, leaving you guys by yourselves in front of the cold edifice. Krezk is a much quieter city than Wallachia ever was, and you find yourselves particularly noticing that as the wind is howling through the dead trees on the top of the hill.
walk over to the young boy and see what's going on there.
Staring like at the tombstone. With a blank expression. As you approach, you see that he's chewing on something.
Pretty crazy situation, eh, kid?
He looks up at you.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
Bit of blood coming from his mouth. Just a bit of a tickle.
You want to open your mouth, son?
See that he's chewing on his own tongue. It's bloodied and cut up.
Yeah. Turn around and walk away.
You can feel his eyes on your back.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious these children aren't right.
Why am I not surprised?
The guard returns. His Honor will see you now. And, word to the wise, he's in a foul mood. I'll walk you guys inside. Here they are, Your Honor. You guys can see the Burgomaster sitting alone at the head of the table, nursing what seems to be a cold cut of meat.
Ferris is lost.
No,
Ferris has
wrong
been
door.
found.
Wrong door.
All
Yeah,
right.
down here.
Thanks.
And I'm in the cellar now. All right, thank you, Daniel. I still have no visibility.
There we
Perfect.
go. You can see that he's like kind of holding a pack of what seems like, like a frozen piece of meat, like to his face, and his lips been busted. He has like a suture on it.
There you go. Oh, I'm not the only one bleeding. Well, that's good.
Thank you, Yuri. That will be all. Says to the guard as God gives a nod and leaves, closing the door behind him. You guys can hear the ticking of a clock as coming from a grandfather clock to the south. As he observes you all, makes note of your condition. Some of you visibly bloodied and hurt. Mostly more, except for Vasella for some reason. I suppose your day was not any better than mine.
Not at all. May I sit? Sits down. Well, that is one dangerous man up there on that hill.
I gathered. In what regard specifically?
He's the worst kind of lunatic. He's a lunatic that actually believes he's right. He means well, but he's dangerous. As you can see, we barely got out of there alive.
He attacked you, did he?
Well, there was a hell of a fight.
The man's dead, I assume. Puts the meat down, you can see his eyes like swollen.
Nope, we barely got out of there alive.
So what? Are we at war? He lifts a knife. And starts eating it. So, are we at war with the abbot now?
I don't know that I'd recommend bringing war to your town. That is entirely your call. I can make no judgment there on what you must do. But you're right to
Did
be
he
suspicious.
express any ill intent towards Kresk?
Oh, he's convinced he's helping you. He thinks this is all for the greater good and helping everybody.
You are speaking in doubles, my friend.
No, he really believes that. He thinks he's not hurting you. He thinks he's helping you.
By taking our food?
Yes, because it helps him, and he's out to cure and make the land perfect.
Well, are you able to suppose then that negotiations in that regard broke down then?
One could say. And I'm usually pretty persuasive.
I was afraid of this. I suppose my next step is to enact a law forbidding donating food stuff to the abbey. Although that will not make me popular. And at an unsettling time as well.
Yeah. What happened? Is it anything we can help with?
My children. They aren't right. They speak. They eat, they breathe. It's as if they're far away from their own bodies. They don't feel pain. They don't
Good.
feel fear. They remember and discuss. Spoke to my son and asked him about his pet bird he had 2 years ago. One that was killed by an owl. He loved that thing. I remember how bitterly he cried when we found its broken little body. Every time he would see a bird, his eyes would go wet. Found him the other day, pulling the feathers off of a small magpie. And when I asked him why he was doing that, he said to see if it would hurt.
So he only gave you the echo of your children.
I don't know.
Onorim. Does this sound like anything you're familiar with? I'm way out of my league here.
Necromancy is not my strong suit. But yes, they are definitely a shell of their former self. In fact, I believe one of your youngest is out in the yard eating his own tongue.
What?
No, chewing on it. Unfazed.
He shudders. They don't recognize their own body's pain. Just one moment. Open the door, call for the guard, giving him a short message in Burgomeisters. The guard responds. Closes the door again. I don't know what to do about this. These are obviously my children. They are not. recall a creature that bears someone's face and memories, but it's not them. If you could, I've already helped quite a lot. If you could find out a way to fix them, to save them, to bring them back wholly, I'd be grateful, truly.
I look at everybody. I like this man. I respect him. We have things we have to do immediately, but I think we could be convinced to help you.
I am unfamiliar with matters of the soul, magic, all that. If you know of anything that would make them whole again. See, this looks. He definitely feels like a man who's not quite in place, displaying his emotions, but you can see that his hands are trembling. Anything that I have that I can offer will be yours.
Never thought I'd say this, but I wouldn't do it for rewards. I'll do it because it's the right thing to do.
And you are an uncommon soul in these parts.
I'm pretty dumb. You smile.
Smiles back. They said, well, I wish everyone was as dumb as you in that regard.
Well, we're not out of this yet. I have to find some information. I have to. Well, I think we all do. And I look at everybody. It's like, I think we need to sleep first, though. We have got to recover. That guy kicked my ass.
You are more than welcome to spend the night in the guest room once again. I'll send for food to be brought to you.
A side question. That the crazy family in the house that got all this rolling. Has anybody decided what they're doing yet?
Oh. The Jerzikovna's family. They have been practically baying for blood. Once they were informed that none of the money was to go to them, well, that got quite a fight going. There's seemingly a bit of an assassination war going on right now. No one's died quite yet, but they're all vying for control of the house.
Well,
I suppose
we did something so that he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't want the inheritance that was left now. So you get to decide what happens to the house. I would imagine, being Mayor of Velaki.
Well, technically, I am not the mayor of Velaki. I'm the Burgomeister of Fiske.
Burgomeisters.
Of course.
Sorry.
No, it's quite right.
It's your rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole situation.
I suppose it would. I suppose I could flex muscle here, but that would not be wise, especially if I'm going to be moving against the abbot by forbidding export of foodstuff to his abbey. After all, we need it. But some people here are foolish.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pull
try and
that
hold
off?
off on try and hold off on open conflict until we're back on our feet, because we will be here for you.
I think what I'll do, I'll give the house to the eldest child. While she is the most trash, and that she also carries quite a lot of influence with the guard and the hunting force as well. Many of the Chester Governor cousins and branch families have joined it, and I suppose it would do to earn their friendship.
And there was one girl there. I apologize. Maybe you know she does Taroka readings. Figure we can pass some time with that.
Out of character, are you referring to the Vistani?
Yes,
Christina Masteroff.
Master of. Yeah, because she was.
Miss Katarina, yes. Well, I believe she left the service of Artyom. If you wish to find her, I believe she is currently in the market district, peddling prophecies and palm water.
Yeah. We have a few things to do. We're going to be back to rest soon. Good luck. I wish I had better news for you.
Did you happen to find the pool, or discover what happened to it?
Pool was corrupted, but not entirely. But it's still there. And it may be the answer to many of our needs.
Do you think you could bring children there? Do you think the Wattles would help them?
Well, I don't think he's too prone to let anybody in just now, which is something I think we should, at some point, change.
Takes the knife, sticks it on the table. Ding! Vibrates.
That's why we're in a hurry to get some things taken care of to get back on our feet.
I have some thinking with myself to do. Go. Kresk is open to you, as is my home.
Thank
You
you.
have given me much to think about. Great company. You have my thanks. Fuck. Resumes eating the peach as you guys begin filing out.
I just, as I'm going out, not even hiding, I'm like, that was not fun news to deliver.
You guys see the boy kind of being held by the guard, mouth open as a nurse is trying to kind of, dab at his cheek while, suturing his tongue with a tiny needle. The boy just stands there obediently mouth open, not flinching or anything at all, as the needle enters the flesh of his arm. Over and over again. You can see that both the guard and the nurse are very perturbed by this. His mom is kind of like there holding his hand, cooing calming noises to him, but she seems more upset than him, kind of looking away every time the needle's about to enter.
I'll walk up to the boy. I'll look at his mother. I said, if you will allow me, let me try something. I've got something that may help, if only a little bit.
Oh, thank you. What would you... Please, go ahead.
I reach into my cloak and I pull out a vial of Pool of Tears water. I uncork it and I proceed to pour it down his throat, making sure he swallows.
He drinks it as the water fills into him. See him standing there. His mom shrieks, "Ah!" And the guard immediately draws his sword. "What did you do?" And the maid's like, "Ah!" Because bounces back. The Burgomaster charges out, his own sword out, as the kid is just there, unmoving and breathing.
He's breathing.
He is
Unmoving, unbreathing. And then you see like this slimy mass just like being disgorged out of his mouth, and what seems to be a sort of small furry centipede crawls out of the boy's mouth. And it almost has a snout like that of a wolf. And Priscilla, you feel your stomach drop. You've seen this before. This thing's hairs spike up like needles. And I'd like everybody to roll me initiative, please.
Oh no!
Holy shit.
Can I get a free information check on this thing here?
Actually, now that saved me time of typing, I'm just gonna drag you. Oh fuck! Can't forget. Yeah, sure, go for it. This is the one downside in Zoom where I can't just drag people into a separate VC.
Or I got an idea. We mute in deafen here and pop a Discord call.
Yeah, you can just, yeah. I was actually going to suggest that.
Alright,
So,
yep, you're muted. Can't hear you.
I mute, and how do I deafen?
That's A, I think, is mute.
Yeah, so... Alright, so I have to...
There you go. You're muted. I guess he has to go to a different room for this call, too.
Apparently.
He can read lips.
Well, that went interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, did not expect that.
Thought it was worth a try.
I'm going to try to spare the dying. I don't think it'll do anything, but, hey.
It's not a bad idea.
Nice job.
Pretty decent initiatives on our part.
Yeah.
We're being totally fucked.
We're extremely jumpy.
Yeah, no kidding. That definitely explains it.
What? Oh, I guess I should put an empty vial back in my inventory, eh?
Yeah, save those vials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so I've got a vial of black puke already from this kid.
What the hell?
Black puke. From the same kid?
Well, from the grave.
Yeah, well,
Black puke.
when they were resurrected.
Yeah, he scraped it out of the grave with a stick, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah, just remember these. That water removes madness or curses as well.
vials do?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think if we do a whole big whammy, bunch of shit at the same time, might just do it.
Well, there's 2 more kids. How many vials we got?
I got 2 left.
I was thinking that for you.
I've got 1.
Of the pool of tears water.
Mm-hmm.
And that. And if we have to, the other item.
Does anyone know if we got the... Did Archie give us that saddle back? What he kind of stole?
It was in the bag of holding anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Must have just forgotten about it.
hold on. Let me make sure it's in the bag of holding in the saddle of what?
It's celestial.
Yeah, it's in there already. Cool. All right.
Yeah, celestial something.
We got to put in the gold in there.
That's a lot of detail about a centipede. Huh?
Yeah, this is some weird fucked up shit.
It's going to be nasty. For some reason my hit points aren't working.
Aha.
Alright, let me roll initiative now.
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. Initiative.
I do not have shield of faith right now.
How am I third?
Oh, stupid me. I forgot to clear the initiative order. Right, Ptarmigan, are you 23 over here?
What do you mean? What?
Varys.
Oh. Yeah, I'm 21. I'm on turn order.
Ptarmigan's 21, Fiske 25, Varys 23.
21. Onorim is what?
17.
Why are these like all one high? Fiske is 25. Varys is 23. Oh, I see what happened. There we go. We have the 5 of you and this handsome fella.
Like the eyes.
Well, okay. And I don't know if it would do any good, but
I
as
need
soon as
everyone.
I can,
What's that, sorry?
Oh boy. I was gonna say I was hitting the kid with spare the dying. Just as a long
So
shot.
that you'll have to do that on your turn. For that,
Yeah.
the sight of what just happened was pretty upsetting. Like seeing the kid, like as the centipede kind of comes out like a wet glob, and then just like you see the leg, and kind of shriek, raising this face up to you. I'll make the face big.
Yummy.
Oh, hell yeah. And I'd like everybody to please give me intelligence saving throws.
I hate you.
Mm.
One. Why am I seeing 2, Priscilla?
Hmm?
20. Why did you roll 2 times, Priscilla?
I clicked once.
Oh, sorry, the initiative. Yeah, sorry, brain farted. Right, 28, 13, 22, and 16. Alrighty. I like this part.
Oh, goody.
Let me see. And that's a TDM, D100, and another D100.
Just out of curiosity, with our after the battle and all the time that's passed, sitting and yakking, would that lead to
That
a
was not an hour.
short rest?
No, I'm sorry.
So what happens on failure?
That means that you gain a madness effect. This would be a short-term madness, at the very least. And let me see, Vasila, you are like, I can't. Like everything that so unexpectedly just kind of shuts off your mind. You are paralyzed until such time that I tell you it's broken.
Yay!
You guys see Vasila just kind of freeze up.
Yeah.
And oh, I forgot to give it for Fella. Amazing that he all got to 19, but y'all still all above it. Alright, Fiske, you're up. It looks very, it's kind of undulating. It's very small. You're up first.
I'm gonna dart around and in, try to box it in, and like a cat, I'm just gonna start pouncing on it and just jumping up and down on it, just punching the shit out of it.
Okay. Alright. And with that, go ahead and give me an attacks.
Yeah. These are... flurry of blows. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna put this shit into the ground.
Okay. A 13 misses, 18 misses, 26 hits, and 29 hits.
18 misses.
Mm-hmm.
Hear that, folks?
This thing is small. It's really hard to hit.
It's like doing backflips over shit.
Alrighty. Like you smack it, and a few of its legs fall off, and you look in horror, realizing they're like little hands.
I don't think I want to eat anymore.
On that first strike, stunning strike.
Well, that first strike. Oh, the first strike that hits. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna add the Burgomeisters shorthand for everybody else there. It's 7. And stunning strike. It's immune to stun.
Okay.
Its body is simply too strange. There's no key point, as it were, to strike and shut down. Alright. It shrieks in a strange voice. Like the voice of a crying child. Shrieking in distress. Okay. Anything else, Fiske?
That's my turn.
Alright. Varys, you up.
Okay, so Like it sounded like a human child screaming?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what that was. Okay, well that changes. And it's right next to me, correct? I mean,
Yes.
it didn't run. So I'm going to. Well, shoot, that totally changed that. I am going to throw a vial of my holy water at it.
Okay.
Or try to
Blast-
dump a vial of holy water on it.
All right.
So what would I roll?
I would say that because you're right next to it, I would roll the dexterity saving throw for it. What is your dexterity, Varus?
My modifiers. 18 with a 4 modifier.
Okay, what's your proficiency? I guess, yeah.
4.
So you said 4? Okay, we'll call it a 14 because you're not, it's not like you're proficient in dumping things like this. Right, so I'm gonna roll dexterity saving throw for it. That is a 6. Alright, you hit it with the holy water. It doesn't like it.
Okay.
It's like kind of undulate, like.
Okay, and then I'm going to. Jeez. And it still sounds like a human?
Yeah. The voice of a child is coming out of the centipede's throat.
Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, I'm gonna face step away from this fucking thing. I'm gonna move over here. And that's gonna end my turn.
Alright. No problem. As you cast the spell, you guys see it go. Ooh! It goes a bit bigger. Anything else, Varus?
Okay, well, so I guess would that first vial be considered a
That's an object. That's using an object, which is an action. Like, there's an object interaction, retrieving it, and then using an object, which is an action. Yeah.
So
It's
that's
like
not
activating
like
a magic item, basically.
Okay, then that's gonna end my turn.
Alrighty. Vasilla. You are currently still paralyzed. Tom.
Yeah.
As I said, I step over by the kid and hit spare the dying really quick.
Alright.
Do I feel any response or anything from him?
Give me a quick med check.
To what?
Medicine check as a bonus action, please.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. Core.
As you cast spell the down, you put your fingers up to the kid's nose. Seems to be air coming out, in and out.
I think he's alive. And that was my bonus action, you say?
Bonus action to do the medicine check, yeah.
Okay. All right. And yeah, with that, I'm just getting ready for my next turn. I'm going to step in here so that there's still a coverage, and that's it.
Right. So it kind of scraggle onto the prone Vasilla, the frozen Vasilla, sorry, not prone, but the paralyzed Vasilla. It's like, whoosh, like around their leg. And you see it kind of disappear into her hood.
Oh, no.
I'll roll up some new stats right now. Don't worry.
Vasilla, you can roll me a wisdom saving throw to shake off the paralysis.
I think I don't have any die.
Yeah. So,
Wait, I'm gonna. Do I have any of the what were the like the inspiration and what's the other thing?
You are supposed to check them.
Okay, no, I'm just. Oh, I have it here. So inspiration, fate. Hold up. I'm gonna burn my fate point.
You have a fate point.
Yep. It is now 0.
Okay.
I had a fate point.
Alright. That Visalia, you feel this thing about to crawl in your mouth, and you kind of like, it's like you feel its little legs kind of force up in your mouth, and like, and you shake it off you, and it falls to the ground, where it scramples underneath the door.
Attack of opportunity. Please.
Yeah. Go ahead and attack opportunity. Dimitri is going to also. The Burgomaster is also going to swing his sword at it. That should be a saber attack, but whatever. 12 slashing. That's a miss. Where's your attack? A 14. That's a miss. It scampers out of view, like under the table where it disappears from view. Onorim, you up.
I'm gonna step back and yeah, that's when I saw this thing, did I perhaps recall anything in the books I've read or in my studies about something like this?
Give me an Arcana check. So you haven't seen anything quite like this, but you did read something that reminds you about it. Homunculi. Distorted creations of false life. There are several methods of creating them. And usually the end goal is for them to serve as servants or soldiers or anything like that. One of the methods you remember reading about creating, used to create them, is to grow them inside unsuspecting victims, where they feed off the victim's life force and magical energy that occurs in the surrounding area for some of them. Where you said like suck up some of the magic energy from Varys's face step thing, so that might seal it. Although usually they have a humanoid appearance, you've never heard of one that's so monstrously shaped and hairy like with his hairs all over it as well. It almost puts you in mind of a canine of some sort.
All right, I'll use that as my action and fill everyone in on my knowledge, and I'll hold it. Or I'll dodge.
So we're gonna have Anna run away upstairs, grabbing her child with her. You are the guard is going to go reach for a bell and it's like ding, calling the guard in, like rushing into the room. Rest of you, someone hold the other door. Goes and kicks the table over, like everything like crashes. The expensive chairs and plates crash to the floor. The centipede like skitters its way incredibly fast up the chimney, into the fireplace, up the chimney. It's getting away! And runs up after it. Let me see. The maid is also gonna fucking run away. She's scared shitless. And Dimitri is going to go and secure the other door. Fiske, you up.
I'm gonna follow it in. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Go diagonally.
Yeah. I'm gonna basically on all fours run in and just push him out of the way and start making my way into the chimney after this thing.
Alright. Fiske, roll in acrobatics to squeeze. Cats are basically a liquid. You can fit onto almost anything. And you guys see Fiske just kind of like you hear as you climb up, Fiske hear the guard mumble, "Holy shit!" And you start making your way up the. I believe you have an interior. You have a climbing speed, innate. Yeah, thank you. And there's, it's pretty dark in there and like full of nooks and crannies, and your eyes, like you're keeping your eyes as open as possible, looking for it. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, climbing speed is 35 feet.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yep.
There you go.
Sometimes it takes a while.
20. As you go over here, you see it kind of inside a crack in the wall, kind of hiding in a crack, and you see like one buggy eye meet yours.
Grab it and throw it back down to the bottom of the chimney.
It's inside the crack. You can't. Give me sleight of hand to try to grab it. Basically, this is a grapple using sleight of hand instead of athletics. Using your hand, you see, like, like where their claws have been basically transformed into almost metallic blades there. And that was transformed to, like where the spear of beast, like, basically transformed you.
Pull that little fucker out like a lobster out of a shell.
Like you, like practically cut into the stone, pulling him out. You have it squirming in your hand now. You said you're throwing it down?
I'm gonna throw it down to the bottom and then let go and land on it.
Alright. Woo! Splat! Sukkablet! You Feuermann Sukkablet! God screaming disgust as you guys hear a loud crunch as Fiske. I don't believe you wear shoes. You feel the wet, slimy texture.
I felt worse. I felt worse. I'm gonna pick it up by like one of its hands in my mouth and drag it in.
God does the sign of the sun.
Just on all fours. Drag it in.
What, with your mouth?
I'm just gonna pick it up by one of its hands.
Oh, with your hand?
With my mouth. I'm gonna grab its hand and just plop it on the floor in front of the group and sit.
It tastes sour and bitter. You recall this was in someone's stomach up until, a few moments ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, Fiske dumps the small, I don't know if you'd call it corpse, a little body at the feet of the door, at the foot of the door.
I need to.
I holler upstairs. How's the child?
He's alive. He's breathing, but he's still unconscious. Yeah. Stay up there, Anna. What in the hell is that thing? And what was it doing inside my son?
Can I get a closer look at it?
Yeah, certainly.
What would I roll this time?
That depends what you're trying to get out of this closer look.
Just no, like just general. Awesome, nice double crits. Holy shit. Yeah.
Thanks.
Just like more detail on what the hell this thing is.
Alright, by the way, there's a full illustration in the quest channel.
I'll pay for those double crits later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
don't have
right, Nat,
a
this
so I don't have a perfect thing, but you guys can see it's
There it is.
it is a centipede made of hands and fingers and covered in a shaggy layer of white silvery fur on its back, all the way up to its head, where you can see the head is kind of like it's kind of like a mishmash between a human, a leech perhaps, and what seems to be a dog or wolf, something canid. You guys see that the fingernails on the hands that form its legs are also, they're not like, human fingernails, they're like a dog's nails, like where they're black and crooked like this.
Is it reminiscent of the mongrel folk?
Maybe in a way. Yeah, maybe in a way, actually, now that I think about it, there is some imagination here in terms of the mishmash, although this seems a little bit different.
This is gonna make his way upstairs.
See the mom, Anna, and the nursemaid, as well as a couple of other maids, hold up together in the end of the corridor, where one of the maid has like an axe in hands, and you see, you're approaching, you're cold blooded and scared, and they kind of flinch, but you see the child's eyes begin to flutter, and it coughs and, Mama. Oh! Like holding on to his mouth. My Kong! My Kong! Oh! Mama! My Kong!
This is gonna go up and sit, look to the mother, and reach over, pull out the wand to cure wounds.
And yeah, like one of the women with the axe.
And I just touch him and touch him with the wand and do just basic cure wounds.
The man with the axe is kind of like holding it like in front of her, but you're like, she kind of does like a wiggle of it, like stay away, but you just kind of, she has her eyes closed and she's moved past her and seeing that whatever he's been through definitely took his toll, but he does seem to be in out pain. Anna's like looks at you with eyes wide and teary, like, what just happened? What just happened?
We can hear this downstairs.
Yeah, I'd say you guys could hear him crying
At least
out,
the yelling.
"Mama, my tongue, Mama, my tongue."
Yeah, we can hear the yelling anyway. I go to the Burgomeisters. I go, sounds like he felt that. Go see if that's your son.
This just looks at the mother and says,
The real son.
Dimitri drops his sword and runs upstairs, taking the steps two at a time.
Parmesan. She's still looking at the body of this thing with a disheveled sneer. I've seen this thing before.
What the hell is that?
No clue. No clue. But whatever these things are, I told you what happened before I came here, right?
Yes.
These were at the side of the village, skittering around. Same people that took the Archdruid heart.
Really? So your ties lead to Barovia for sure as well.
What the hell was it doing in that kid?
We may have to find that out.
Oh,
2 more kids. 2 more creatures.
That's my concern.
we need to find if the other kids are affected. We need to find a way to get those things out of their bodies, and I don't know how much more of that we have going around.
Everything points to the pool.
And the abbot.
We need to regroup and make a plan.
What do we do with that?
Burn it.
Burn it with fire.
Gonna lift it with the edge of his sword when it's like, see a couple of his its arm things fall off where
As he does that, I go, be careful. Whatever that is probably has hold of the other children too.
like a foul as soon as it lands in the flames, like a foul smoke begins to like settle out. Oh, it's making your eyes water.
Step back. I'm just like, that's fucking disgusting. Just totally
The guard like just kind of steps to the side and vomits. And on that lovely note, we are going to take a 10-minute break. Silence, Christopher.
All right.
Cuts
Sounds
to
good.
commercial break.
Gentlemen. I could smell filling the ground is the room is awful, and the guard scrambles to open windows and doors to the outside. You guys hear footsteps of the Burgomaster and his wife coming back downstairs, their child in hand. It worked. What was it you gave him?
That was water from the pool.
It seems that it was not quite corrupt enough to not work. Have you
That
any
is good.
idea what this creature is?
I don't know. The question is, what do we do about the ones in your other children?
Have you any more water? I will have them seized and brought here so that they may receive it as well.
I look at everybody, go, I'm out. Anybody?
We do know. We do know where there is a virtual endless amount.
May have to wait. Let's make it not very long.
I could send an envoy to him and ask.
No. I don't think you should give him any heads up that we want anything. but I would guard the wall or the road to the abbot, to the monastery.
He nods, and after the guard, he says, Urim, Dishmahilakaya, Simba, Nakatazo Shalamet, Nirkandezalaya, Kurnostataya. Go. Shah. And seems very glad to be out of the smell. Scurries out. The wife, Anna looks Kina and the girls. She looks at you all. Thank you. Tell that she's the comments not that great, but you saved the. Thank you. Dimitri puts a hand on her shoulder. This is my good. Indicating from context, she nods and she'll take her son upstairs, stroking his face. He turns to you and sighs. So, these waters can cure my children. Do you think the abbot is responsible for this?
If you're half as paranoid as I am, you can put numbers together. I think you see there's something wrong.
There is, but why would he do such a thing? He had access to the water. Why not provide it as well? Why raise them in such a state that would bring obvious displeasure to us? Why make us suspicious on purpose? Was he hoping that we would go to him demanding an explanation? Is something else at work here?
There's always something else at work here. Sometimes you just gotta charge in.
I suppose so.
I don't know. Well, think about it. We have a day that we need to recover. Let us.
I'll have my other children apprehended and held. You take whatever rest and preparations you need. As I said earlier, Kresk is yours to do in freely as you wish. You have my full trust.
We may be going to war. Something
The abbot is as dangerous as you say. I hope it does not come to that.
Me too. I already got my ass beat once. Gentlemen, I think we have some things to attend to.
Yeah.
He's going to walk upstairs. I'll be in my office and walk upstairs. Where would probably like to go? The guest room is right over here where you guys slept. Some of you at least slept before. The time is about 2:45 to 50, almost 3 o'clock.
Do you want to
Would you
get
like
your
to do?
cards read?
Yeah. Yeah, it's look at Onorim go. Yeah, I think this is a good time to do that. We're not going to have much time for it later, I don't think.
All right. Anyway, what is the rest of the party doing? Fiske, Varys, Vasilla?
We haven't seen Milivoy in all this. Still just gone.
Yeah, he freaked out when the Burgomaster was, and not Burgomaster, the abbot was all abbot-y, so.
I look at
As it's,
Onorim and I'm like, can you get a message to Milivoy? Find out where the hell he is? I'm kind of worried about that boy.
Tomorrow, but
Well, we can wait.
burn some energy.
All right, let's go find that girl. See what these cards have for us.
Alrighty. Fisk, Vasilla, and Varys, do you guys follow along?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no music in your end? Is the music on for anybody else?
I have music. Or ambient noise, not music.
And
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. No music, just noise.
Alright, well, it's just the ambient
Yeah.
sounds.
Not
but,
bad noise, just sound.
I have the rest of it. Yeah, I have something. I do have something right here because I want to have it. Right. So, departing to the rest of the city. You remember what he said about. You remember what he said about having that Katarina is in the market square. So, in the market district, more or less, it's simply a place where most of the shops are concentrated. And Christ, I keep forgetting. How do I show music again? And share screen. I can't. Disabled participant sharing. Kev, I need music to share and permission, please.
There you go.
Thank you. Let me see. Advanced computer audio share.
Perfect.
Ah, there we go.
There it is.
That is. Alright, so with that, we're going to move to the city of Kresk. And this area, more or less, is where that's at. And
Out of curiosity, can you ping the blacksmith? Where was he at? The swordsmith?
right over here, that black house there.
So he was right there. Okay.
Yeah, and you do see her sort of sitting in a not really a street corner, but like kind of an alley where she put like the space between two houses where she put a colorful little red tent with kind of throw pillows and a little table, and she looks pretty comfortable in there. You see her giving a reading to what seems to be a farmer by his clothes. Holding his hands, and she's speaking to him in Barovian, nodding with a smile. He looks absolutely beside himself with joy. And as soon as she's done talking, he's just like books it past you guys, not even paying you guys any attention. Like runs as fast as he can. She smiles after him and notices your eyes look up to you all with a smile. Ah, the great company. Oh. How can I assist you?
You were kind and interested enough to offer a card reading. I find that most intriguing.
Card. I'd be more than happy to. All you need to do is state your questions to me, and I will answer them to the cards. The destiny and its fate, the destiny and its weave will reveal what they reveal.
Look at everybody. I'm like, questions this time.
How many?
To peer into the weave of fate is taxing. I could manage one. I am no matriarch.
One question.
One question. The fate of a loved one outside of the mists, perhaps. The location of a treasure, or enemy, or friend. The secret to a girl's heart.
Perhaps,
There's a place on a mountain.
perhaps the name of a certain bat lord.
Battlelord. I suppose I can reveal names as well.
Darmington smiles at Onorim. I agree. That's brilliant.
Yes.
I look at Vasilla. It's a question we've puzzled over for a while.
Any question?
Well, the question we propose asking is the name of a certain bat lord that is very quietly moving about in these lands, whose very name gives us means to achieve something.
I got so much shit on my mind right now.
But do you have anything that you can ask? We're open to questions you have.
I don't think a question could do it, but see, after all this, we're all gonna need to talk because the more stuff like this keeps happening, the more I'm out of the loop. So, all right, out of character, is it a one question for the whole party?
Yes.
Okay.
Location of another heart.
Yeah, that pretty much nails it to our Druid heart. Seeing that just crawled out some eight-year-old.
I honor him and I go, that's a good question too, actually.
Location of the other heart that's not at the windmill.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is only 3, and we know the location of the second, the first and the second.
Do we?
Actually, I'm out of character. The fact is that you heard of 3 before Vasilla told you of a 4th. The wizard, the sage, the scholar, and Vasilla, the archdruid.
Must have missed
I
that.
think a question I gotta ask you guys is, how many of these damn hearts are there? Jeez.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you already know where one is, and well, that narrows it down to 2. And I'm really thinking that one seems a little more important than the other to me.
I point at the fireplace and go, the thing we burned, is it related to that heart?
She blinks. As you point to nothing in particular, there's no fireplace. She's like in the street. Like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the thing we burned. Yeah, so yeah. Anyway,
Well, would you guys do an illusion of it or something? I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, so I guess like
Yeah.
pointing like Bibiana with somebody pops up like a minor illusion.
Pulls out like a projector.
Like, she makes a disgusted face. I've never seen such a thing.
Let's hope you
So
don't have
self
to.
lucky.
If you see one, run or kill it. That's all I gotta say.
Suppose I shall. In
Varys.
the meantime, she starts like pouring you guys tea. You're not quite sure where she got the pot from, but she is pouring it into several small cups as you guys gonna realize that she's doing it.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, but we take your Taroka reading very seriously. The last one we had was remarkable.
Matriarch Madame Eva. She's legendary, and very, very old.
I didn't need to hear a rumor to already know that. She was very interesting. Varys, any thoughts on which question? We seem to be kind of, we have two good ones.
No, I don't have a preference.
Nope.
Flip a coin.
Fiske and Onorim. Yeah, it's a kind of a toss-up here.
Yep.
How about some tea in the meantime? Offer you like a little tray. It smells a bit like jasmine. And honey.
Pull out a gold coin. There you go. Shall I flip it?
That is Vistana's courtesy. It is our pleasure to receive guests. One does not pay for.
No. I'm going to flip it to pick our question.
Oh, well, in that case, go ahead.
This is heads or tails, who wants to call it, and which is which?
Heads. The bat name.
Heads, the name of the Lord. Tails, the location of another heart. I flip the coin in the air. Catch it, and what's it say?
Roll me a d2.
Alrighty.
You have D2s. We
Well,
don't.
how about a D4 divided in half?
You know what? I have a
1
coin.
and 2 is heads. 3 and 4 is.
One second, I
tails.
have a coin.
Even odd.
There we go.
I mean, do a D6, 3 lower,
Yeah.
4 and higher.
Yep.
So I have this coin here.
Hold on while I actually get one.
That's like a Spaceball skit.
See, we'd normally hash this question out over a whole freaking week.
Okay.
Honorim's got a coin.
So, Queen
Honorim's
Elizabeth.
DM.
What?
Honorim's got a coin.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say Queen Elizabeth and Polar Bear, but Canadian version.
Yeah, go.
Like, Onorim, go ahead.
Go ahead, Dan. You can flip it.
No.
Yeah.
You're the captain. Go ahead. Flip it. Flip it.
Can't see it quite yet. What is it? What is it? Can't see it.
It's reflecting because I can tell.
Oh, the back. Oh, there we go.
It's a head.
Hey,
Damn it.
alright.
No!
Which one did that stand for?
We'll have to wait
That
till
was the
next
Bat
season.
Lord.
That's the original name of the Bat Lord that we were looking for.
This will produce a minor illusion of the symbol that we saw on the chest.
Good. Excellent thinking.
Flower.
Figurine.
Foul symbol. Fiend, no doubt. Very well. Put your hand on the cards and ask your question, please. So I don't know why she has this dusky voice. Put your hands on the cards and ask your question, please.
I get on him and I go, I trust your wording better than mine.
I'll reach out and I'll touch the the cards.
She'll put her hand over yours. Her hand is soft. And through your hands, you kind of like have your fingers grasp it and raise them up in the air, the whole deck. Onorim, how exactly do you word your question?
Onorim, who is basically a super genius, to my intelligence of probably 10. It'd be something along the lines of the original name of the Bat Lord to whom this symbol that Fiske is showing represents.
She'll, moving both your hands up, her hand and yours, she'll have you release the deck as like the cards flutter down. And you see them kind of like falling in a way that, you know, some are covering one another. You see them all, you know, like they're falling in a big mishmash. But as they do, you see some cards are covering each other in a way that certain letters are highlighted. You see K, A, Z from the Wizard card, A from the Abjurer card, M, A, Z, O, T, Z. Kazamazot is the name the cards spell out.
I'll make note of that and just look at the others. Like, wow.
Parmesan writes it down kind of in a little personal cipher in his notes.
Does that ring any type of bell?
Give me an Arcana check. A religion check, sorry.
My forte, never mind.
Ooh, 21. Kazamazot. That's a... The name itself doesn't exactly ring any bells, but how to explain this? It feels familiar in a way, like you've read it somewhere before. Like you feel like maybe someone told you about it. Perhaps your teacher, perhaps your mentor. You feel like he, like just this kind of tinge bell of a memory, like he talked to you, like he mentioned this name before, but you just can't remember exactly the context. This must have been earlier in your education and your training with Melchior. That's the extent of it. You know that Melchior studied fiends as well, believing them to be able to peer past the different realities into the true prime reality. He believed that the reality you lived in, the prime material plane, is not the prime material plane. In fact, no prime material plane was the prime material plane. But he postulated the existence of a super plane, of a super prime material plane, that every other realm conjectures from. I believe that fiends were the key to unlocking it, and you feel like this is the context you might have heard the name mentioned. But aside from that, you would have to speak to him, except he's dead. Or is he?
I will bow. You have no idea how this has helped us. Thank you.
She is very visibly tired looking, as if this simple gesture of throwing up the cards with you drained her completely. You're quite welcome. I am Glad to have been of help. Madame Eva would be glad to know that I was able to assist you all.
I don't think I'd ever say that name out loud if I were you.
I was not planning on it. Despite spelling, she kind of moves her hand to mess the cards about. Sent a shiver up my spine. This is an evil entity.
Indeed. Tea? No. Pass her tea. We'll let you rest. Thank you. Again.
May the mother keep you safe.
Shall we, gentlemen?
Smile started and kind of, like, you know, like put skeletons like on top of her little tent.
Yep. The way I go, you do your name proud.
And head outside.
Yep. And
Well, I know.
did we ever pass a graveyard while we were here?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to the graveyard.
There was a graveyard in the abbey.
Well, yeah, not up there, but down
What
here
about
in
the
Crest.
graves? What about the graveyard over by the Burgomeisters' house? Is that still
Well, we know
found?
they dug their way out. We want to look at some of the other graves. So yeah, if there's like we're gonna ask around to find out if there's a graveyard.
But I mean, there weren't any other like legacy graves there.
As far as you can tell, the graveyard of the city is the one that's close to the Burgomeisters' house.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, then that's where we're going.
Will we go?
Yes.
And Fiske will go off towards the blacksmith.
I'll follow him. Man
The
have somewhere to go?
blacksmith-
Let's go.
The blacksmith is walking together. We see him. He's talking animatedly with his son that he saw storm off some time ago, and seems to be explaining some sort of smithing technique as you approach.
I step up.
You're a very quiet person, so unless you make yourself known,
I'll
it's like,
make my
ah! Kind of like
to the front of him.
like double
so he
take.
can see me approach.
Yeah, like the sun jumps, but the Burgomaster, the Smith eyes light up when he sees you. My friend, hello. Well, how is? Kind of like looks over. How it is? Where is it?
He has been freed, but not from here. And I just hold my hand up.
Just grabs your hand, like looks at it, like remarkable. Боже мой. Twist your arm like this way, that, like. Makes your fur tingle a little bit, like it's just squeezing beneath, like feels the wiry muscle, the fur, and like cuts his finger on the glass. You feel the rough skin there. What? How?
He is not with us, but he is still here.
Magnificent.
He left
Боже мой.
before we could carry him. We will do what we can.
Then it's final. When I have done my job well, you have my thanks, my friend. Oops, tear from his eye. His son looks kind of shyly, like looks at you all.
I look at the sun and I go, the work that this man did, he's a legend. You better pay attention to him.
He shyly nods. Yeah, I will. I shall. can I do any work for you as well? Seems to be eyeing Varys as says that. Blushes a bit. Arrows, maybe?
Hang on a second. I think I'm good.
Oh, seems disappointed.
Okay, yeah, no, I can use some.
Face lights up. Oh, I could make you house. And you prefer long, short? I mean short, long. Sorry, my comment not so good. Hooked bolts, light, fire arrows.
Ooh, you have fire arrows?
Well, I dip them in pitch. You simply light the heads.
Yeah, I'll try. I don't have any of those. I'll take some of those.
Alright, see, I was making some earlier. His father seems kind of gruff about it, but I suppose as long as it helps you all. Kind of eyes Varys like you're getting like a bit of a stink eye from the dad.
I go. You just sold.
You
Varys
know
something.
he.
That's a
So
good
tomorrow
businessman.
we're go. Like he kind of speaks over you, Talmadge. Well, and you know, tomorrow we shall be speaking to the Orlikov family to discuss your betrothal to their daughter Alisa. Son kind of freezes. Shoulders droop. Yes, father. These Pharisee kind of looks away as he gives you the arrows. I've made these the other day. All you need to do is just... You can light the whole bushel with pitch, with the flame, or just whichever ones you intend to use.
Nice, thank you very much. Can I, when I reach out and grab? How many are there?
There's about 20 of them, and like the smith will kind of cough, like and clear his throat, and look at him. The son will look at him like with kind of depressed and be like, that will be too cold. Son's about like 19, 20 or so.
All right, when I grab him, I'm gonna throw 3 gold into his palm of his hand.
Surprise, and his eyes light up. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Mr. Varys. I like your hair. I've always tried to grow mine long, but I just don't have the... It doesn't work.
You know, you just gotta keep the faith and live a long time, and it'll come through.
Oh, how long did you live?
I have a feeling I've been around a little bit longer than you have, but that's okay. You just keep trying. Go get it.
How old are you then?
Well, from where I'm from, we get pretty old.
I don't mind
but
older
it's
men.
different.
The father like kind of puts a like hand around. All right. Kind of pushes
Okay.
his son away. Go and through the back. Push him away with the flame. Sorry about that. Son kind of looks at his face, but wanted to hear more. Sweep, Belen. The arrows are good though. The arrows are good. Nice and straight.
Well, fire helps too.
That boy ain't right. He just came back. We just finished fighting over it. And now he does it again. Ugh!
Just walks by him. Good luck. Stay safe. I walk out.
Right. Is there anything else anybody wants to smith, or we done?
Good.
Alright. That party exit the smith shop as you can feel the kind of really feeling, this as Barovia is definitely different from the outside in a lot of ways socially, it seems.
As we walk, this just looks up to Tarm and Onorim and Varys and Drusilla. Thank you all. Everything.
Done yet. We're not done yet. You saved our ass a lot of times, my friend.
We stay. We protect.
We all stay.
Alrighty. Where would the party like to head on to next? Time is now about 4 p.m.
I think the graves, that's right next to the Burgomeister's house anyway, right? Yeah, so yeah, just
Yeah,
there,
yes.
because we can just go inside.
Yeah, so the graveyard is like sort of in this little area.
Okay.
This is the Burgomeisters' house right here.
Okay.
So you guys are out at the graveyard. It's not particularly big. This town has a very small population.
We're very specific. We're looking for one that looks like it was dug up, which seems to be an issue here.
Dug up. As you arrive, you actually do see an old man busying himself with a shovel, kind of putting dirt back onto a grave. From the looks of it.
Good sir.
He's muttering to himself, cursing. And doesn't seem to hear you as you go, as you call out to him the first time.
Just gonna keep walking straight up to him. Call out again. Sir.
Yeah, he's like not in front of him.
Just throws a rock at him. Just a little pebble. Just a not
Here's
a
the thing.
boulder,
Does the sign of the sun.
piece of cement, a small pebble. Just tinks off
Oh, you
him.
startled him. You startled him.
Rock. Arching
see-
on him.
What? What you do? What you do? You leave me alone. I call guard.
It's okay. These graves. How often are they disturbed?
Was is no good. Is no good. Is take the is lots happen. Lots happen. Big no bad, no good, no good.
Very
You
bad.
you not do this. You not do this. Just as сука, блядь, иду нахуй. Ван, наду, надри, навор. Gestures like the several graves it seems to he had just like finished kind of filling in.
So they've all been filled in already?
Yeah. Not like right today, but the one that he gestures to the last is seems to be, you know, like the most recent one to have undergone this, and I just realized because of not the map, there he is.
Oh.
I was totally theater reminding all that.
Yeah, so was I. I didn't know there was a map.
Yep.
It's okay.
Didn't notice it either.
But is no good. It's no good. Is harsh. curse on Burgomaster. Burgomaster, bad. Bad, that's why. That is why happened. Then come, walk away.
Interesting. I'm just gonna kind of look. I'm looking for one thing. Does it look like that hole was dug from the inside, or like something dug in from the top? Can I tell anyway?
The one that he's working on, it's a bit hard to tell because honestly, it's probably impossible to tell because he's just finished like kind of filling them in. Can't really tell, unfortunately.
Okay.
Kind of looks at you guys curiously.
I'm gonna walk around. Do I see any others that are not filled in that look like they're dug up that he hasn't gotten to yet?
No, it seems he just finished like there are a few ones with the different levels of freshness of how recently they've been filled in. But for the most part, there are no other empty graves.
I'm gonna go.
You guys did hear that the last one that it happened to was like a few days ago. So.
All right.
Knowing what time is kind of going for, I'm gonna go over to the one he just filled in.
He kind of like as Fiske approaches, he takes a few steps back. Oh, still a couple of.
I'm gonna walk over to it.
What do you smell, Fisk?
It's Koshka.
Smell around, and I'm
Koshka.
gonna look for.
He takes a little something from his pocket. Oi, pis 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 pis, Koshka. There's like a little fishy.
I look up at him.
Because like you're walking on all fours, right?
Yep.
He's big Koshka. Ah.
Thanks for your
Okiansu?
pet.
Okianus for Koshka.
I'll point at him.
We are a cat.
Gives a kind of a toothless smile. Tosses the fish like two little fish. It's a little sardine.
He doesn't react when I speak.
Doesn't. You're looking at him a bit more closely. You guys realize this guy's eyes are like heavily cataracted.
I see. Okay.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I just ignore him and just.
Yeah, at that point,
I just ignore him.
Walk up like kind of insulted. Pick up the sardine. Himself.
I'm gonna sniff around, and I'm also gonna look for, kind of shuffle just a little bit of dirt, the surface dirt. I'm gonna look for any of that black ooze.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Any recent burials here?
Is Burgomaster say no children in my house, children buried there. Miro, no Miro graveyard, no good for Burgomaster. I Miro, I say, why no good? I give you good plot, why not? What? Because you outsider? Your daddy outsider, no good for Grace graveyard, for Miro graveyard?
He probably wanted the bodies of his children closer to his heart.
Bah, children. Miro have children. Bury some, others go away, never talk to Miro. Because Miro walks with graves. I say, but Miro, I do this for you have food, for you have clothes, for you have house. To take care, no come visit Miro. Nobody come visit Miro, nobody care.
21 on investigation.
Yeah, anyways, back to the investigation.
You got 21 investigation.
Oh my god, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. The rest of the fucking game is like this.
He says, yeah, you see 21 investigation that you don't find any black ooze in there now. Kind of like at the surface.
Do I find anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah, it's kind of the guy. He doesn't really notice. Probably a little bit. He's probably really deaf too. Seeing as how Talmadgen had to yell at him, and that didn't even work. But practically, empty out the whole grave and there's nothing left inside. It's just you kind of reach the bottom. It's a broken coffin with some dead maggots. Actually, no. What they would have left behind is the head, and yeah, they left behind the head. The head is that of what seems to have once been a middle-aged man. In not too advanced stages of rot. Might have been dead maybe 10, 15 days. The teeth are drawn back, but there isn't. And it is rotting and smells bad, but must have been fresh when it was dug up.
It's a broken coffin. Just a head.
Yeah. They left it's been cut out fairly carefully from what you can tell.
I'll crawl back out. Push all the dirt back in.
Kind of leans in on his shovel interestedly. You want come look for grave? For family? Miro give good deal.
I go up to Onorim. Nobody. Just a head. Coffin is broken. No black ooze.
Takes another sardine, kind of nervous as no one's responding to him.
Now that he's not paying attention to me, I'll go up and I'll smell.
Oh, Kushka! Kushka, you want Vizaya? Yes, good for Kushka. Grow bigger! Get bigger for Miro.
I'll take it and eat it.
It's good sardine, actually. It's pretty tasty, salty. Yum.
Walk away.
Vasilla, anything with your detect magic?
Hey DM, anything with my detect magic?
I didn't even realize you got detect magic. Yeah. Miro pings as magic. As slightly magical. There is something magical on his person.
Anything around the site at all?
On his head at all? No. Aside from that, there's nothing else that pings as magical in particular.
Nothing I can see in the graves, but she just jabs a
You
thumb
do
back
know
over.
that this spell is, 3 feet of wood or dirt. So
Yeah.
most people are buried 6 feet deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All I can say is if someone was messing around here, they covered up pretty well, or it's already down under.
I'll also say that she, I believe, Vasily, you cast that after Fiske had gotten to the coffin.
Yeah.
And removed the dirt. Or before Fiske had gotten to it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was right. Yeah.
In that case, Vasilla, you would have detected a very slight whiff of necromancy.
I got
a shocker.
Wow. Two things. There's something up that body, or the grave, and
What?
Hmm?
What do you say? You talk to Miro?
No, we're good. No, just she huddles up over here instead. And the gravedigger's got something on him.
Oh, hello.
Miro.
Might be a
This guy kind of puts heavily pets Fiske, really heavily. Kind of yeah, Fiske, you realizing your hair isn't as long as it was before. Like, you don't have that, like, huge mane. Like, your hair is back to normal, like, from before. So you kind of find yourself missing it as, like, you really heavily hits your head. Kind of flatten. Like, you guys see, like, Fiske's face does, like, that cat thing where when you pet them really hard.
Miro, who,
Doing that, I'm trying to look at the statue. I don't mind his petting.
Kushka.
I'm trying to look at the statue. Is it a figure that I recognize, or any symbols that I recognize?
It is very weather worn, but you're actually pretty certain that it looks quite a lot like someone you'd never seen before in your life. Sorry. Good assist.
Well, that's certainty for you. All right. Walk away.
It is of a woman with angelic wings and a beatific expression.
Miro, this body, this person who died here, who was it and how long ago?
There. Over there? Like, are you indicating where
Where Fiske was digging, yeah.
Oh, that was a body of God. Tolvar, no, he died to dead, walking dead. He fall off wall. They come this big flaps his arm. Big shove him off wall. He fall. Bah! They they bite. All terrible. No good. They put the silver water on him, and they say, Miro, you put him here. Here are 10 lord heads, Miro. You give him good burial. And they come and they have a funeral and they say, Tolvar, you was good man. You stole the wine, but you pay for it. You asshole, but you are friend too. We miss you, Tolvar. It was good funeral. Tolvar was a good man.
Good man. And is he the most recent dead? There's no one else buried here since?
Tolvar died maybe, yeah. Here in Miro Cemetery, yeah.
So bitten by the creatures.
You want plot here for when die? Miro do good for you. Miro get you nice plot by tree with big stone. Family come, they say, oh, daughter so beautiful she was in life, pretty white hair. She come see they come see tree, they come see stone, they put flowers, yes?
I feel when I die, there won't be anybody left. Just kind of leave.
He doesn't seem to hear you because he's deaf. He's partially deaf.
That's fine.
I do deal for you. I do extra. Plot husband right next to. Yes? Cheap, half price.
Perhaps in the future.
Oh, okay. Miro say, no, here is deal, but you say maybe in the future you'll not come back. Miro will come home, will buy cheap bread, no can afford meat, no can afford fish, no can afford wine.
I'll toss some.
Miro will go to bed hungry.
Reach into my pouch and I'll grab 5 gold and I'll toss it at him and I'll say, "Here, this is for later. This is a down payment."
Miro give you good plot. Miro give you best plot. Thank you.
Do me a favor. If anyone dies tonight and is about to be buried, you let me know. I'll be at the Burgomeisters. My name is Onorim.
It's a weird name for a lady. Onorim. Okay, Miro do. Miro will do. Looks at you with his cataract-filled eyes. Kind of realizing, wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all good.
Your hair has been getting kind of long on him. It's been a while since you get a haircut.
Oh, yeah.
And I think as the body departs the graveyard, we will have a 5-minute break. Welcome back, gentlemen. So, where would the party like to go next? I got the impression that you guys are done with the graveyard, yeah?
I think we're down for a long rest. It'll have us start at an odd hour, but there are worse than
You guys can wait. Yeah, you guys can like just kind of pass the time and go back to the Burgomaster house, pass the time until evening, and then.
Yeah, I've got something I want to do.
All right. Long rest incoming.
Before we do that, when we get back to the Burgomaster's, I'm going to go find a quiet spot. And I am going to slip on my ring of carved eyes and attune to it.
All right.
He says with a smile.
As you attune to the ring, at first, it's strange. At first, nothing happens, not initially, but then it's almost like a door has been opened inside your head. And you hear a voice. Onorim, is that you, my boy?
Yes, Master, it is.
It is good to hear your voice.
Oh,
What the hell took you so damn long? Oh, typical of you, just typical. Of course you leave me waiting. How long? How long was it? 7 years? 10? How long did you leave your old poor master to rot as a ring?
it's
Oy, the spell went awry on him. The spell went awry. I was not able, like, he kind of launched. Like, this is a trait of his that he tends to launch to when he's annoyed and upset. The ring was supposed to only activate on the event of my death, but it activated. I couldn't even tell. I was just stuck here in this little room this whole time. Oy. Well, at least you are here now. Let me see. Let me see. How old are you, Onorim? How old are you, my boy?
Seven-
Spit it out. Spit it
18. You've been gone less than a month
out. Oh,
in my time.
strange. Aha! I knew it! I was right. I knew the time weave was off here. Amazing. Fantastic. Perfect. No, my boy, I've been here for far, far longer than that. I have uncovered strange and exciting things. First, we shall need to go to my tower. Well, actually, no. Must have been to my tower already. If my tower is empty, what has happened to me? Where am I? Where is my body?
Your body is in the graveyard in Vallaki.
What?
Yes.
You say that I'm dead?
Unfortunately.
Well, that cannot be right.
Strahd somehow trapped you, and you went crazy somehow.
The last thing I constructed this ring because I received an invitation to come to his castle and discuss things. I was wary, so I created this ring as I suppose to say, a plan B, backup.
Unfortunately, you never left the castle.
The more that you speak, the more like you kind of see in your kind of close your eyes, like in your mind eye, you can see it, like your master, a bit older than what you remember him. Basically, sitting in a small room with some books and a cushion, and you're kind of sitting opposite him. Except you're not, your full adult self. You are almost a small child, like a young. And you kind of like not a small child, but kind of young, and you touch your face, you feel a bit of pimples, and you realize like this is like his mindscape. You realize this is how you're appearing here outside you. Yeah. And this is
Did you find what you were looking for?
I don't know. I could have found it at Strahd's castle, but my mind has been separated. There's the mind of the me that went to his castle and the mind of the me that was stuck in the ring. What else did you find in my tower? Tell me that you solved my riddle in one go. The dragon did not activate.
The dragon did activate. But then we turned it off.
Oy vey.
And the tower is now under my control.
Oy, where is wizardry going to? Where? If you could not solve such a simple riddle, what does that say about me as a teacher in the magical arts? Oy, oy.
But as you can see, we have your staff and your ring. And we found everything else.
Yes, that reminds me.
Including your spell book.
I did find some hints. Well, hints about someone who found hints. My boy, Mordenkainen, is here in Barovia, and I know where he is! And that means that his secrets are here too. Like he'll gesture in the air, and you see like a map of Barovia appearing. Before I met my fate, I was tracking down Mordenkainen. You see, I have it on good authority that the Master Mage came here himself to study the ley lines, to find the secrets of the Sage, the Scholar, and the Arc Wizard. I don't know if he found them, but I know for a fact from what I found out is that the locals think he died, but I know that he's still alive, yes. He is in hiding in the northern mountains, Mount Balmok, right in the north, and he'll kind of make a mental circle. And I believe he we found at least one of them, of the hearts. The scholar, the wizard, or the sage, I know not, but the hearts, my boy, the hearts is the secret of the ley lines. The weave of magic itself could be grabbed and unweaved and remade however we see fit. Oh, can you imagine it, my boy? Can you imagine?
Well, we have one already. We know where the second is.
What? Where? Where is it? Show me. There are keys, my boy. Keys to unlocking the ley lines.
And I will picture the Wizards of Wine in my head and see if you can pick that up.
Why are you just closing your eyes? Speak. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I can see perfectly fine.
Now,
Interesting.
another reason I wish to speak with you is concerning the Bat Lord Kazamazotza.
Oh. He physically flinches. How do you know that name? Awful name.
It is basically the password to open a chest which contains one of the other hearts. We've been looking for it, and the name basically fell in our possession. And I vaguely recalled you mentioning it at some point in the past.
Oh, my boy. Oh. Kazamazotz is a terribly ancient deity of murder and darkness. They say that he was born when the first intelligent life took another's intelligent life. And that he is strengthened by each and every act of killing that takes place. I suppose that some ancient deity or another sealed him, or perhaps its rivals, here in Barovia. I shudder to think what would happen should it escape, but I suppose it is safely enough held here. I know that it is buried deep in the Amber Temple, along with other horrible things. Or at least that is my suspicion. I do not dare to go check.
Have you...
Kazamazotz. I thought that he was the key, my boy. But such an ancient entity would know things that even the gods themselves would fear to whisper to one another. And I'm afraid I was right. I believe he has ties to Strahd himself. I doubt that even Strahd himself knows. He did not seem to recognize the name. Or at least pretended not to. I could not read him. I've met the man only once. And while his knowledge of the arcane arts rivaled my own, I must say I was quite smitten with his mind. But his ego. And I thought I was egotistic. It seems I have much to learn. I wonder what it is that he did to me. You say that I was not killed by his hands.
Not directly. It's probably best to not go there, but he turned you into something not human in the end. Speaking of Strahd, did you come across anything that could perhaps help us defeat him? And free this land and perhaps you in the process?
I did discover something. I'm not quite sure what the meaning of it is, but there are, in my study into the ley lines and their convocation points here in Barovia, I've discovered that there are 3 particularly potent areas. Imagine that there are, well, lines leading from one to the other. One was in the forest, one was in the swamp, and one was in the mountain. Each of them was tied to the other, but they all converged in lines. They all had these lines of energy at the castle, except the meeting point would move from the castle to other places in Barovia. I wonder what it could mean. I suppose something is tying these 3 ley line intersection points together. Perhaps even Strahd himself. If he is tying himself to the ley lines of the very land, well, that would explain much of his power. And if one were to overtake these for themselves, I won't lie to you, boy. I was hoping to do something like that myself, but alas, it seems that I cannot do so directly, but you still can, yes. You always had talent, Onorim. Not as much as mine, but I did what I could to foster and develop you. I want you to become the ruler of Barovia in Strahd's place. For a mind such as yours, trained by a mind such as mine, it will be a healthy challenge. What do you say, my student? He'll kind of gesture like a hookah would kind of materialize. Which kind of it's a little bit nostalgic. You remember how he used to smoke hookah sometimes when he was feeling particularly happy with himself.
No, thinking of the map of Barovia, and where these ley lines, these powerful, potent areas of magic would be. Does he point them out?
Yes, he will. One was here. One there. And one here. The mountain, the swamp, and the forest.
Okay, I see one on Bear's Ruins.
What's that, sorry?
I see a circle on Bear's Ruins. Purple. Maybe I have to refresh.
Oh, yeah, no, that's sorry, that's purple, not pink. Those are pink circles, supposed to. I'll make that blue. There we go.
Oh.
Now the circles were these are the pink circles placed. Why can't I see them? Hold on, let me get rid of the mist of the land.
There we go.
Did I put them
Did I
in
miss
the
anything big?
try refreshing maybe? I see them here.
Did I miss anything big?
Yes. So Onorim is talking to, well, not in character. Onorim is talking to is basically a flash image of his master that was taken before he left to Castle Avalon. So here are 2: the swamp, the mountain, and the forest.
Oh, the green ones.
Well, there were pink ones, but like for some reason you say you can't see them.
No, I can't see the pink ones. I see one
You
here.
see the one at I think I see them at Lake Zurovich. above
Oh,
it.
I know what happened. I'm a silly Billy. That's what happened. My apologies, fellas. Let me make that clear. How about now?
Ah, okay. 1, 2, and 3. All right.
There it is.
Okay.
Got the Castle Ravenloft kind of in the middle.
So basically, it was saying that like they all kind of like felt like they were like, like to a point in Castle Ravenloft, and at that point would move. Usually be here, but like sometimes move here and here and here and here and everywhere.
And all the ley lines would move almost like a spirograph. Is it a plotter?
Yeah, like 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 that. You got it.
So,
All right.
just out of just for context's sake, for the rest of the party, when is this happening? As we're going to the Burgomeisters to rest? Is he like having this vision in his head?
No, once we got to the Burgomeisters, I disappeared to a quiet area and sat down.
I got
So
you.
we're just settling
This is
in while
before
you're
the
doing
long
this.
rest.
Got it. Got it.
All right, Master, I have some work to do. Is any final words before I break the connection and continue on our quest? Quest, that sounds so hokey.
It does. But I suppose it is fun to call it that. Now, after all, we're all always on the quest for knowledge. I suppose that would be my warning for you. Always keep knowledge at the forefront, my boy. Never take sides. I thought I was smarter than Strahd, but it seems he's outsmarted me. Keep that in mind, boy. Be very wary. It is when you think that your enemy, that you have your enemy unknowing and unwise, that they prove you the fool. Do make sure to drop by from time to time.
I will. I apologize. It's been so long. But it has been good to see you as you were.
Gives you a warm smile. And it is good to see you again, my boy. Also, you are a terrible liar. I can see the hints of a beard on you. You're almost 30, aren't you not? You're a man grown. Have you taken an apprentice of your own by any chance?
Not yet. No time.
That's what I thought when I took you on, you know. But we must pass our knowledge on to future generations. If I did not have you, I would still be stuck in eternal darkness. Keep that in mind, my boy.
I'll see you soon.
His image falls away.
And I'll head back into the bedroom there.
Alright, so is the party headed towards a long rest, or is there anything else anybody would like to do before that?
As everybody settles in to the room, this gets up, kind of stretches himself out. So there's an open space. And stands up,
Ooh.
goes to the bag of holding, and pulls out his old spear.
It's there. Trusty old spear.
Stands in the center of the room, in the open space, and begins to go through a kata. As Fiske begins his kata, he moves slowly and then gathers speed. There's an intensity and a focus we've rarely ever seen. Dimly at first, and then brighter and brighter.
There's some kind of noise going on here.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh.
Okay.
I was wondering if it was my headset or something.
I thought it was my headset, and I'm like,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be mission control. Oh.
I don't hear anything on my end.
It's very aggressive Atari era
like static.
crackle. Yeah. We'll let
Okay.
you know. Well, for
It's
whoever
stopped
it
now.
is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
okay, keep going.
Sorry, Phil, go
That
ahead.
was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
go,
the
go, go.
momentum.
All the darkness surrounding become deeper and harder to see through. And slowly creeps inward until just the fire and the company and Fiske are all that is visible. In perfect form, you notice that Fiske moves. And slowly, from far away, you hear a distant drum beat that begins to pick up and get louder. Go ahead. This begins moving to the beat of the song. And suddenly the haunting voices that have filled Fiske's mind for years are heard aloud for the first time, singing to his movements. The singing of the chorus seems to fall out of the shadows from all around in all directions, but each voice is unique and different and heard and distinct. Then a small shadow forms between the fire and Fiske. And you see the shape of a little girl, about 8 or so, dancing to the tune, her hair of smoke and shadow playing in the non-existent wind as you watch her flowing dance. Notice that her movements mirror the fierce kata of Fiske behind her. Jumping and twirling in the air like a little ballerina, Fiske spins in the air with her and lands in unison. She extends her delicate black velvet arm as Fiske behind her flexes his arm and spear thrusts out to shear the air. Neither seemingly aware of the other's presence while both moving together. And then she fades away in a swirl. The song grows louder, and the shadows around become more animated. Undulating umbra from floor to ceiling, the contrast of the firelight, the only way to discern the multitude of shapes. Another form rises above the others, an older bearded man looking down at Fiske, singing almost to him. A grizzled, hardened man in a cloak and a captain's jacket. And then he fades, blowing away as another rises, a young man, good-looking, straight-backed and well-dressed, again looking down at Fiske as he sings with a pitying look. Then another, a mother in simple clothes and an apron, and another, and fades, and another, and fades. Form after form of black gossamer, the souls of the dead flow and move and sing with and to Fiske as he moves in a blur. You look all around you and you notice the shadows around your feet, the wall of darkness that surrounds, and within, the smoke of the rising fire, moving shapes, indistinct faces of people, the occasional hand, a head, a chest, all churning and roiling and pushing and reaching to you with their haunting tones. Indiscernible forms of dozens of souls pushing against a black curtain of night, singing with a pain that rattles your own soul. It continues and pushes. The shadows continue to creep and push closer. And then all of a sudden, with a final note, as the song ends, Fiske ends the kata with a final thrust of the spear. And all the shadows are blown back, as if by a strong wind, and resume their original shape in the night, with one last form lingering only a second longer. For those that knew him in life, the distinct form of Tomas, made of strong, strange combination of shadow and light, stands before you, looking at you all, and salutes before fading. Behind Tomas, you see Fiske, with spear in hand, heavy breathing, leaning against it, tired. His eyes dim back down to their original green. And he slumps down to the floor and sits.
Fiske. As that your dance ends, feel a terrible calm come over you. Sense of satisfaction. Your body's aching from a dozen cuts and wounds and pain. But you feel like you've released and expressed something that needed to be expressed and released. I'd like to give you a point of inspiration. If that reflects there. As the party heads towards their long rest, I'd like to end tonight's session of Curse of Strahd.
No, you can't end it on that shit.